Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. Getting started shortly. And I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody. Welcome to our weekly video. I am Sami Abasad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend's going great. We're going to talk about the market and I'll share with you, go over with you the swing ideas that I have lined up for the week. But before we start, as always, standard required disclaimers to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever I discuss in this video is for educational purposes only. If you would like to download an amazing free ebook, link for that is in the description. But without further ado, let's turn to the charts and get started. If you find benefit in today's video, please be sure to hit the like button. And if you have any questions, leave a comment or email us, info@t3live.com. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about the market first, as we always do every week, and then we'll go over those swing ideas that I told you about. Let me just close out of a couple things and then get the annotation tool out and ready to go. So the market, as you can see, tried to take out the highs. It might have even taken out the highs by a little bit and then got rejected. So maybe too soon to be making new all-time high. So got rejected, but we haven't broken under that bar's low yet. So we'll see if we break under it on Monday. It means we're probably going to come in a little bit or go sideways before attempting to go to make new all-time high. So for now, the attempt to take out the prior high got rejected. So the thing to watch for is Friday's low. It needs to hold. Otherwise, if it doesn't, it means we're in for at least a small pullback or at least some kind of a consolidation, which would allow the 20 MA to catch up. And then eventually we should make new all-time high. That's a SPY. The Qs is lagging behind. So the prior high on the Qs is way up here, but it's the same concept. It popped and got sold. So we're either in for a pullback or at least a sideways base, especially if we take out Friday's low. The IWM, I think, is leading right now. This was an amazingly bullish move. If you look at the weekly chart, I mean, that's just so bullish. And I think going forward, the IWM should start to lead. The Qs and the SPY, if you look at the Qs, monthly chart, I mean, this is the 2021 high. We're 50% above it. 400, we're 625. That's more than 50%. If you look at the SPY, same thing. It's probably not quite 50%, right? 480, 480. We're at 680. So not quite 50%, but we're way above it. If you look at the IWM, we're barely above it. The prior all-time high was 224.50. We're at 250. So I think the IWM is going to start to lead because it has a lot of catching up to do. And because the chart says so. Look at the chart. It's very bullish. Will we continue higher next week or the week after? I think the week after. I think next week will be sideways, maybe even a pullback. Only time will tell, but ultimately the bias is bullish. The bias going forward, longer term, is going to be bullish. In terms of the swing ideas, I have my entire watch list dropped in the video description, so check that out. But these are the ones that I want to go over with you. I like the BR a lot, especially if you look at it on the monthly chart. That's a nice monthly chart. Okay, climactic move. It just needs to take out, that's the weekly, and here's the daily. It just needs to take out the base. So I like it higher over the base with a stop under 29.44.45 or 29.25, whatever you want. Using the larger stop is always safer, but it also increases your stop size, which lowers your share size. That's the only issue, and also lowers your reward to risk. So the bigger your stop size is, which is the difference between your entry price minus the stop price, the smaller the share size, and also the lower the reward to risk will be. So you get hit in two ways, not just one. So that's why we like to use the tightest stop, but you get shaken out more often if you use the tightest stop. So that's the other part. But I like it higher to at least here, and then maybe eventually to the prior high around 43. That's the BR. The LFST has a, I mean, that was a really bullish gap because it was breaking down, looking lower, and then gapped up and took out all the resistance. So it looks really, really bullish. I like it higher over 650 with a stop under 625, or if you want to be safe, then the stop goes under $6. That's the daily. Here's the weekly. Weekly is not as hot, and here's the monthly. Looks okay. Looks okay to $8 or so, 8.30. Okay, that's the LFST. MP is trying to bottom. It's creating that rounded bottom, but it's a very, very deep pullback. So it's gonna have a hard time probably moving back up, to tell you the truth. The MP, the NAK is much more bullish actually. NAK has already moved up. I'd love to see it go sideways for a couple more days. But if you think it's ready to go, it has a pattern already. 1, 2, 3 over 215 by $2. But I would like to see it go sideways for a couple days first. The NVTS reminds me a little bit of the MP, but the NVTS probably better weekly. It is. It stayed above the 20, whereas the MP broke under it. So NVTS looks nice, looks okay, especially if it can base for a few more days. That would allow the 20MA, the curling 20MA to catch up, and then higher to here. So that topping tail bars high. OCUL is more of a 1, 2, 3. So long over that hourly base looks okay. Over Friday's high, which is 1270, with a stop under 1229. Looks okay. Looks okay. Target about 14. The Tanya is a very deep pullback, similar to again NVTS and the MP, but it has a really, really pretty weekly chart. I mean, that is so darn pretty. Love it. Over 145 with a stop under 115, or if you want a slightly tighter stop, it would be under 120 instead of under 115. Okay, that's the Tanya. And then ZM is more of a longer term play. It triggered already on Friday, unfortunately, and I didn't see it, so it should have been entered into that day. But I'm watching it. I love the ZM monthly chart. Eventually, I think this is going to break out. I can't wait for it to break out, but I need to get in it first because I'm not in it yet. There's a couple of other longer term charts that I'm watching, like the Roku also looking good. I don't know. I'm watching the Twilio. I played it a couple times, but I'm watching for another entry in it. Pfizer, somebody mentioned it to me this evening because otherwise I wasn't aware of it. That's a nice daily. Okay, it's not a tight stop. Here's the weekly, and here's the monthly on Pfizer. Is it bottoming? It very well could be. There's the Moderna also that is not long-term bottoming because that's still bearish on the long term. But if it pops, it could easily hit 40 or 50 easily. So it's trying to bottom on the daily and the weekly, but not on the monthly. So I'm watching that from the China stocks. I'm watching the BABA. I'm watching the Billy. I think these two are in the early stages of a weekly buy setup. That's a weekly pullback. We were in it a few months ago, got out of it, but looking to get back in. Billy also interesting, really good monthly chart, decent looking weekly. It's not quite ready yet, I don't think. Here's the daily. Yeah, the daily is still under the 20, but here's the monthly. That's pretty good. So I'm watching a couple of longer term plays, but the one that looks the prettiest is Zoom Video or Zoom Communications, whatever it's called. In terms of the short plays, I have a longer list in the video description if you want to check it out. We have the ABTC, which gapped down and is breaking down again on the hourly chart. The short under the base, stop above it, looks okay. CPRT, this thing is basing at the lows on the daily chart, so I just like it under the lows. Whatever the lowest point is, under short with a stop over that breakout failure over 39.68. Okay, I have the GTLB, which had a very nice gap down that I showed it on earnings because it had a big rounded top, so it looked good. I like it short under this bar's low, which is 32.25, with a stop over 38.80 on the GTLB. I like the KR short also. It's similar to the GTLB. It actually triggered already on Friday, but it would be nice if it can go sideways first to allow the 20 to catch up. So there's a few shorts Not a ton, but there's a few. Hain is just a $1 stock. Otherwise, this thing looks like it's going to zero, honestly. So I like it. Don't love it. The shorts, I think, are not as good as the longs. But we'll see what Monday brings. And I scan every single day after the close, so my list changes every day. So hopefully we'll find some good plays next week. Thank you so much for being here and for sticking around till the end. I hope you found benefit in today's video, and if you have, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, and best of luck with your trading next week. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.